Hey,
Terrific.
go Cash. I just had to kind of
Please, always come Cash.
I'm
Always.
like, okay, I'm like
As comfy as possible because
just right to the minute. I gotta go.
you know what? You made it.
Exactly.
So we have to congratulate ourselves
Yes.
for being here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, you're right.
Yeah, it's about congratulating ourselves for showing up,
We
because
did.
when we suit up and when we show up,
Mhm.
that's when we thrive.
Yeah. I
If we
mean,
don't
making
suit up-
the effort and
Yeah.
right, and commitment.
Exactly. And if we don't suit up and show up, hi, Smita, welcome.
Thank
So
you.
glad you made it.
Yeah.
Just sit anywhere. There's going to be for the few stragglers tonight, so we have some last minute people. So I'm not exactly sure who else is coming, but Kristen's coming for sure. Help
Okay.
yourself to this tea. This is the
you.
most amazing.
This one?
It's a hormone balancing tea, and it's a Chinese herb.
Oh, okay.
So I've been drinking it like crazy.
Cool. Wait, is that the one that you boil those sticks?
Mhm.
You gave me those sticks. I
Oh,
just
good.
haven't done it yet.
Oh, you haven't done it? It's two mixed together. It's the sticks and then it's some other stuff. It's
Okay.
Chinese medicine, but seriously,
Oh, nice.
I was having hormone issues
Yes.
and I was so bloated. I looked like I was 3 months pregnant and I was having a few hot flashes.
Yeah, yeah. I've been
And
having
I
them at night lately.
drank this tea 2 days in a row,
Yeah.
and I've been drinking it like 1 or 2 cups every day,
Wow.
and I'm fine.
Oh, good.
It all went away. My stomach went flat again. I went, yay.
What herb is this?
Wait, I'm going to send links for them on the group. They're Chinese herbs, so you have to, Amazon has them.
Mhm.
So, yeah, and I mixed a couple together, so they're really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes me a minute.
Uh-huh. So let me tell you what you're eating. These are kind of hot. You can just pile these on your plate,
Okay.
and then I'll give you, so we're having spaghetti squash. And then there's like some roasted broccoli and asparagus. Asparagus is super good for women's hormones. Anytime you want to balance your hormones, asparagus is the Rasmosa plant.
Oh.
And so asparagus works really, really well. Welcome to the ladies on the phone. Glad you're here. Cool. Hi, Patricia. We have a guest alumni with us tonight. So Patricia, everybody say hi to Patricia.
Hello.
Hello.
So and hi Christelle, we're eating spaghetti squash, and now spaghetti squash is more of a fall and winter vegetable, so you really shouldn't eat it in the summer. You can,
Okay.
but the idea tonight was to show you how you can get at least 4 to 5 vegetables in one sitting. So I'm serving broccolini and asparagus, it's roasted, and then spaghetti squash, and there's actually pasta there too. And then Christelle, you'll love this, but I want to show it. You can't see it because you're not on the Zoom call, but it's, you know the crackers you eat, the Simple Mills crackers? They have a artesian bread mix that I made for everybody. I made my own crackers tonight. And it was super simple, but they're pure ingredients. They're almond flour, arrowroot, flax meal, tapioca starch, sea salt, and baking soda. So here, I'll pass this around. Really easy, but they have crackers too. So if you want to make this easier, you can have the crackers. But if you can make like a little bread thing with that. And then there's gluten-free pasta if you choose to have pasta.
Try
This
it.
is just an organic penne.
Okay.
And it is, it's a corn-based. So if you eat corn, it's a great one.
And this here.
And then, oh, that's meat. So
Yeah.
I knew we had vegetarians in the house.
Just go on top
So,
or whatever.
yeah, you can just put it wherever. It's just a little bit of ground beef.
Okay.
Normally, a lot of people think they don't want fat, so they don't eat the fatty meat. But truthfully, the fat is what's so good for you. So, hand me your plates.
And then is this nutritional? Oh, I filled my
That's
plate. I didn't know
nutritional
there was-
yeast. Oh, there's more. There's more.
That's the
This
like
is
a
the-
ratatouille, huh?
This is kind of a
It's like
ratatouille.
a ratatouille.
Wow.
But I'm going to tell you,
Great.
where do you just want it on top?
I'm gonna put it more on the side of my
And if you want more, just let me know.
spaghetti squash.
And you can put nutritional yeast on top of this.
Thank you.
This is so good. And I mean, seriously, this whole dinner came together in
Yeah.
about 20 minutes.
No way.
And I, except for cooking time,
Yeah.
but I made videos tonight and I'll
Wow.
send them on the recap,
Awesome.
so you'll know how to make them.
Thank you.
But I'm going to show you what my
I don't
friend,
normally use this,
my
so.
friend Kristen, this is what made it so fast.
Nervous.
My friend Kristen is in marketing for this company. It's called Lucini.
Oh, yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is so
Company
clean.
before.
It's organic. You can buy it from a jar, and I'm going to give you the link. It's actually on your recipe. So
Oh,
I'll pass that
cool.
around too.
And here's some.
Really good. Sorry, ladies on the
This is the
phone.
bread?
Yeah.
You know, Christelle, I know you're not deviating from your eating plan, but this would totally be something that probably would agree with your gut.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
I know.
I'll put it right there.
Perfect. So welcome, 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 everyone. We're still waiting for a few people to dribble in, but
Plate
it's
is
great
full.
that you're here.
Mm,
Isn't that good? I was dying for it. Seriously,
really
you
good.
chop up onions, you chop up zucchini, and you pour the spaghetti sauce over it with some cumin, and you're done.
That's it?
Uh-huh. I don't know, there's a few other ingredients, and then you can put nutritional yeast on top to give you some more protein.
Mm-hmm.
But really delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the broccolini and everything came together really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So, tonight we're going to
Thank you.
explore our fears. We're going to look at what fears are stopping you. Any ideas on what does fear have to do with excess weight, hormones? I mean, they don't seem like they coincide, do they? So any ideas on why fears would be keeping us stuck from progressing?
I think like.
I have a
survival.
theory on that, Catherine.
Okay, what do you say, Christelle? Then we'll hear you, Jennifer.
Oh, no, go ahead. I don't have to say anything.
Oh.
It's fine.
Oh,
I
no.
was just
Jennifer
thinking
has her
survival,
mouth.
You know, like for some survival
Okay,
purpose.
survival, that's great.
That's all I was gonna say.
What do you think, Christelle?
I think it kind of ties into what you were talking about last week about making decisions from our ego versus our soul.
Mhm.
And the big distinction for me is when I'm in fear, that's my ego. When I'm in love, that's my soul.
Wow, that's great. It is about making decisions from our soul instead of our ego. And do you ever think about protective weight? Or,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
so many illnesses, and you
Yeah.
may dispute this, so many illnesses are caused by our emotional thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's about really looking at releasing those fears so we can be in bliss and joy and love every day. And if we're there, do you think that you would, if you're in bliss and joy, will you overeat? Would you want to feed your body crappy food if you're in bliss and joy all the time?
No.
Yeah. So it's really about releasing those fears. And tonight I'm going to give you 2 great exercises on how to do that. Because when we're always in fear. And when our little negative head talks to us, it's that little negative demon that sits on our shoulder, right? Patricia, do you want to introduce yourself? And tell us if you have any ideas about fear.
Hi everybody.
Hi there.
I'm wondering if I'm on the screen too.
No, well, you're on the screen with me and it's great. I can see your pretty face. But we made a pact when I started doing this and recording it with live, was that people could see me and I'll record it, but nobody will see you. So if you don't want to be seen, that's fine, because it's only facing me. So I'm not the only one that's seeing you right now.
Wondering, what's going on. Hi everybody. Thanks for letting me crash the party.
Hello.
I'm sorry I'm not there. Do I have any thoughts on fear? I really like this connection that you're making between being happy and letting go of fear, and then as a result, you're taking care of yourself and you're taking care of your body. I think that's my
Beautiful. Letting go of fear takes care of yourself. And think what fear does to our bodies. It's the emotion that's in our body when we're in fear. We talked about expanded, contracted last week. You get in total contraction and you can't be your best self. So We're gonna go around the world, we're gonna go around the room and talk about a little bit about the Miracle Zone. And maybe, did you live in the Miracle Zone this week? And did you try on the tapping? Was it helpful? And were you acting from your ego or your soul? And how did these two things help encourage you to eat mindfully? And if you didn't do the play work, just let us know, like, what happened? How did you get stuck? Because I think that's just as important, and this is a no judgment zone, but it's equally as important to look at that, because, you know, I've had clients that are in this program that don't express it, and they just go on, they go on, they go on, they'll go on, and they're not getting what they need from this program. So, and then Patricia, you weren't here last week, so you can tell us a little bit about how you enjoyed the program before and why you're watching the call as an alumni if you want to. So, who wants to go first?
I can go.
Okay, great. And it looks like Carol came on with us. Carol, is that you?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Wonderful, welcome. So it's Mita, go ahead.
So, I think I just didn't take enough time for myself because I got busy to think about these little things. I just went on with my daily routine and didn't make time for it.
You didn't make time for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it's really about. Self-care is just making
It
time
is.
for yourself. And we forget that we need to slow down. Your body's crying out, help me, help me, help me. And your body gets sick or it gains weight or whatever when you're not taking care of this beautiful body. We have to put ourselves first, so
Yeah.
that's beautiful. Great. Jennifer, do you want to go?
Yeah, I feel like it's the same thing as just not putting myself first. Like, my example that just came to my mind is that I make sure the whole house is clean except for my room. My room is just the dumping zone for all my stuff. Like, my clothes are on my floor, my closet's a mess, everything's a mess, and it's so symbolic of, like, I make sure everyone's taken care of except for myself. And then I'm like, well, if I have time, I'll get to that. If I have time, I'll get to myself, where maybe I'll go to the gym, maybe I'll floss my teeth, maybe I'll take a shower, you know, like, but it's after everyone else gets theirs, and trying to get out of that. But I have been working really hard at that, and I joined the YMCA recently, and I even did yoga today, finally.
Beautiful.
Trying to do that stuff. And yeah, just there's still too much of a demand, like, where I have to do some things immediately that take more precedence and more priority than myself, unfortunately, but I'm trying to at least focus more of my energy on myself.
I love that. And
Yeah.
we talked a lot in this class about how when we tell ourselves we don't have enough time, time contracts.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Today I went to a class last night that helped me with that, a theta class, but I just said I'm going to have plenty of time. I went to yoga this
Yeah.
morning at 6, so I went shopping, and then I had plenty of time to plan the class and get everything done. And I actually made 2 videos. I made you both cooking videos because I had more time, and I did videos on
That's awesome.
So another thing, you guys know, I always do affirmations, and I believe. I've been doing it for my business a lot lately. I have 2 speaking engagements with 200 to 300 people that just came out of the blue.
Yeah.
It's miracles happen when you stay in the miracle zone, and the miracle zone includes taking care of yourself. So, how do you think? What are the limiting beliefs, Jennifer, around not feeling good about taking care of yourself? That you need to take care of everyone else
Yeah.
before you can take care of you.
Like, where did that come from? Or
Well,
what-
there's a limiting belief. There's a limiting belief that
Yeah.
I, maybe for me it was I'm not worthy of taking.
Yeah.
I have to take care of everyone else first, because when I was a kid I was picked on a lot. So people won't like me unless I take care of them. and you know, there's a lot of limiting beliefs, but I'd like you to think about what's the limiting belief behind that you're just getting the crumbs and not putting yourself first.
Well, I try to say there's enough time. And then I don't know, I feel like it just still goes so fast. But I try to pretend like there is.
Good.
I don't know.
Well, the affirmation that's helpful for me is I have plenty of time
Yes.
for everything I want, need, and desire.
I love that.
And, you know, I just say it all through the morning, and I sit in bed. I spend 5 minutes in bed before I get up, and I just feel those feelings in my body. You have to, we're going to talk a lot about the miracle moment in the morning. We all have 5 minutes, even if we have to get up 5 minutes earlier, just to sit and be with yourself. Breathe into your body, feel the feelings, and say, it's going to be an amazingly awesome day. And usually if it does, if you prime yourself,
Yeah.
next week we're going to learn a priming exercise to do that.
Okay.
If you're priming yourself and you set yourself up for a great day, it usually happens. The universe hears that and says, guess what? I'm going to give it to you. So awesome, yeah. I want you to think about what in your childhood, what's happened, what are the limiting beliefs behind not being worthy enough to do things for yourself first. Wow, just
I
take a
think my
moment.
mom did the same thing.
Yeah, so we have this
And she kind of
behaviors.
went berserk for a little while there
She
too.
went
I
berserk.
remember when I was a teenager, she just kind of had like a little bit of a meltdown. And I think it was, but I was too young to kind of know what was going on. But I think it was that she just would give everything she had to my dad and me and my brother, and I don't think she took enough time for herself. And that's probably what I do. You
Yeah.
know, just,
So it could be a habit.
yeah.
But more than that, I think it's probably something in your body with a limiting belief that you need to release. What would happen if you took care of yourself first and the whole house didn't get cleaned?
Well, that stresses me out for some reason. I don't like when the house is like that. So I'm not sure like what's more important. You know, like I like the way I feel when things are organized and tidy. So like what's most important for my,
What's most
but
important?
probably my body. Anyway,
What if
I don't
you
know.
spent 15 minutes doing yoga first thing in the morning?
Mhm.
Or like Patricia does pole dancing. She's a pole dancing
That's
teacher.
awesome.
But if you could do 15 minutes of yoga
Yeah.
before you did anything else, even if you had to get up 15 minutes early,
Mhm.
how would that, close your eyes and notice how that would feel.
It would feel good. I like that I set these, you know, I go to these classes now, so then I know I have to be there at a certain time.
Oh, that's great.
And then that's making me be motivated to do it, so that's great. Usually what I do, I wake up in the morning a little bit early, like a half an hour early, I love the quiet house, but now we have a puppy, so she's up anyway, but that's annoying. But just to kind of get myself grounded before everyone else wakes up, and I like that. I don't know about doing yoga.
I love that. Well, I invite you to take time,
Make my daughter's
do
lunch.
something really great
Yeah.
just for you. It's
Okay.
not about cleaning, it's
Yeah.
give the morning time
Okay.
15 minutes.
Maybe doing the work, because what happens
doing
is
the
I
play
don't
work.
have time to do the play work in the day because I'm trying to do other things that, you know, so maybe doing that.
Good, it's in the play work.
I think that would be
Yeah.
helpful, and meditate and do things like that. That would be.
That would be
Yeah.
great. And I didn't ask the two of you, but were you able to do any of the play work?
Not to
The
tap.
tapping?
I did tapping.
You did tapping?
I did.
Great.
I did.
How did it feel?
Mhm.
This was self-love. I still have to record the video for you. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning for the tapping because I only did an audio, so I think it might be easier for you guys to follow along.
Mhm.
I really want you to, I'm going to make it 5 minutes, make it really easy, no excuses. How did that tapping feel for you, Asmita?
I still am not able to connect, but I did it mindlessly.
Okay,
So it is getting the belief that this is going to work.
Mhm.
yeah,
So I am working on that.
perfect.
I
Just
did
keep
it just once.
keep, if after a month you really don't feel any different, which I know you will,
Mhm, yeah.
then you don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But it's really about loving this beautiful body. So good job. So Christelle, Carol, or Patricia, which one of you would you like to go? It's crickets.
I can go.
Is
And you can just tell us that how you were an alumni and what prompted you to come back. I mean, just, you're coming back for tonight. What makes you think the fears exercise is something you need? If you want to share.
How long have I known you, Catherine?
Gosh, what? 5 years? 6 years? Maybe longer. I know. It's great.
You know, that's cool. But I've had some really great successes in working with you and getting my food under kind of control in a way that's really supporting my body, and just had some crazy hormonal stuff happen, and I feel like I was able to get all of that under control with food and supplements and mindfulness, and being aware of how I'm treating myself and all of that, and things that I'm saying to myself, and all of that has just been really, really great. So that's why I'm coming back, because because that's I'm needing that again right now. I need a little reset. So I think more than anything, I'm really tired of that. Somebody mentioned like that broken record or those messages that we tell ourselves, right? I'm like super happy right now. Things are all clicking along. Everything's working out really well, and I'm really excited at 52 to just be rocking it,
Nice.
But I also, I just have those little things in the back of my head once in a while, and I'm sick of them. They're not serving me anymore.
Sick of them. Sick of them. And it's so easy to sabotage ourselves when we get in such a great place. And so it's a great time. And our bodies talk to us and give us hormonal issues.
I know.
Yeah.
This probably isn't the place to share it, but I just spoke with you on the phone the other day, and then
Yesterday.
and just was really jazzed about our conversation and felt really empowered. And I went to the doctor today to have some things checked out and felt really defeated by the stuff that she was telling me. And I was driving home going, and I just had to check myself, because there was an opportunity to go one way or the other, right? And like, oh, maybe I should listen to this Western doctor and really do what she's saying, and go to the pharmacy and pick up these pills that she put on hold for me. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that, because I know that working with you actually is more empowering, and actually it has more of a long-term effect. So
Beautiful, beautiful. And we're drinking the tea tonight. I think I gave you the link for the tea, the hormonal tea. Yeah, so awesome, great.
taste, ladies.
How does it taste, you guys?
I like it.
I mean, it's not bad.
It's really
It's
not
not
bad.
it's mellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like, ooh, yummy. You can add peppermint to it and it'll taste great.
I'm drinking my nettle tea out of my Wonder.
Out of your Wonder Woman cup. Yay! So good. Yeah. But it's earthy, okay? The tea is earthy. Yeah.
Yeah, it is earthy.
I know. Carol or Christelle, how did your week go?
I'll go.
Okay, great.
Okay, so Carol here. I had a really bad, I guess, about 5 days ago. I had a big low. And thank you, Catherine. I talked to Catherine, and you really got me going in the right direction. Catherine had suggested, digging into the limiting beliefs, and I really think that's what it's all about. So that's what I did, and I did the little ceremony where you write it out and you burn it. And a lot of interesting things came up with that, and I think probably the most pertinent to share with the group is I do have a morning and a night routine that I always do. And that's really important to me. And I don't do, I tried on different routines from different people, and I think I finally found the one that works for me. Like, whether you want to get up and journal, get up and do yoga, get up and, pole dance, whatever. But I found a groove that seems to be working. And for me, I light a candle, I do a little bit of yoga just because I like to move my body, and I meditate. The whole thing takes, it's really short. It's like 10, 15 minutes. And then I'm off to work, and my day is much better.
Is
So
it?
that's not new, but what is very new is I'm really finally hearing you, Catherine, that you have to listen to your body. And I'm trying to be like uber aware of my everything I take in, like, okay, am I really hungry? Okay, I am. And how would it feel to have that third cup of, I'm still on coffee, so for me it would be a third latte. And it doesn't feel good. It feels great that my cups are small. I have like a really nice china I put it in. My first cup is awesome. My second cup is okay. My third I don't even enjoy, so I dropped off the third. And the new thing that I've done just for a couple of days, I'm really liking, I'm literally stopping when I'm at 7. Like tonight I had this amazing Buddha bowl that I made, and it was really good. And the other night I had something really good too, and I'm just stopping at a 7, and it's kind of scary because I'm thinking, well, I'm not stuffed yet. I'm going to be hungry later. But it worked last night, and I stopped at a 7, and I wasn't hungry later. So that's good. And then tapping, I just sent a link to the group meet. I don't know the whole detail, but it's a free tapping international something. So I did that in the car. I was thinking you, Catherine, you started to have time. But I thought, well, I'm driving. I'll turn this on. And I found I could drive and tap at the same time. I was on the freeway. I was in sort of a safe place. So I'm off to a pretty good start, and I'm still tweaking everything. But the big one for me really is listening to my body. Does that food really make you feel good? Okay, fine. Does the 5th bite or 10th bite still make you feel good? I'm really working on that.
That's so beautiful. I think the two things, if you take only 2 things from this program, listen to your body and love your body. Because that's what it's about, eating mindfully. And then you notice exactly what, and your body will talk to you and get you in kind. So I'm so happy, and all of you have access to me. If you get in a stress jam or something, you want to just get on the call, I might not be able to talk to you till the next day. Sometimes my life gets full, but I'm happy to be on a phone conversation and just bring you back to balance. So, but please, 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 I'm so glad you.
I have one more thing that really worked. You know the sticky note thing that we did last week? So I did that also. I'm not coming in person because I'm away all day. It's a long day and I have to read.
Right.
I did do the sticky note, and what I did was I guess the second half of the routine was right, at least how I interpret it, right on sticky notes, the way you want your life to be. So I have about 8 of those, like the future me, that would be lovely. And I have this big oval mirror that I never even look in, but it's a beautiful mirror. And so I put the sticky notes in the periphery. I found they weren't sticking on the wall, so I stuck them on the mirror, kind of in an oval shape. And then when I go to work, I look at it really quickly, and I just read all my affirmations. And so that's my interpretation of mirror work.
But you know, it's so important. And the mirror work, that's another one that I really highly invite all of you to do every day. Look in the mirror several times a day. Look at your reflection. And we all use that little limiting voice that says, oh, I have a stomach, or oh, my arms, or whatever. You know, say, I love you. Thank you for carrying me. Thank you for being there for me. It really changes everything. So great job, Carol. And great job for listening. And you know, it takes time to get, these are habits that we formed over and over and over and over. And it takes time to get them out of it. This is not a quick fix. I wish we had a pill, or, you know, my friend just went to Weight Watchers and was so happy that she released 10 pounds. Well, I've seen her do this in the last 10 years, 15 times. You know, and that's not what I want for you. I want you to get this. And the only way to really look at this is to stay in the miracle zone, that blissful place, and also just listen to your body. Listen to your body. It can change everything. So great job, Carol. Christelle, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I had, I think an overall, a really exhausting week, but a good week. I first was really thinking a lot about, you know, making decisions. Well, really, when I feel like I'm running low on energy energy, or I find myself like ruminating or obsessing about things, like I have to do this and I have to do this and I can't take a break, I have to do this. I'm like, wait, that's your ego. Let's stop. It's okay. You have plenty of time. Now let's get back into, you know, not be in fear, but let's flip it into love, you know. So I really caught myself doing that throughout the day, every day this week. The other thing I did is I mentioned last week that I stopped cold turkey my 2 GI meds that I was
Yeah, really good.
and that was a big deal for me because, like I mentioned, I had a psychological attachment to them.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did, you know, my doctor would give me like 3 months at a time. And over the last year, because my GI doctor didn't know what was wrong with me as I was going through test after test after test after test, he would just throw medications at me because he was just like, try this for your stomach distension, try this for your IBS, try this for your Barrett's esophagus. He didn't know if it was going to work or not. It was like, I felt like a guinea pig.
Wow.
And so what would happen, let's say I had enough sense, if the medication wasn't working, I would just stop it and just throw it in the abyss in the pantry. And so my parents were on vacation. I lived with my parents, for those who don't know. And I took the opportunity to clean out all of those medications, including the extra ones I had of the ones I just went off of, and take them down to the police department and get rid of them. And it was literally over 50 bottles of medication.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it felt so good to get all that out of the house. It felt like I had just like, you know, did a whole staging of the house. The house just felt so clean, and it was, not only was it facing a fear of like, you know, this attachment in the back of this unconscious attachment of like, well, if things get really bad, you just go back on the IBS medication that you just went cold turkey off of, you know, because that's supposed to speed up your digestion and all this. It was like, no, I don't need it, and we're gonna get rid of it, and we're gonna get rid of it responsibly. We're not just gonna like throw it in the trash. So it felt really good to do that. That was a big facing of a fear for me. And then I'm still doing, I've noticed that I get in my head too much.
Mm-hmm.
And so I read daily meditation because that's just the way that I can meditate that works for me. And so I read 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, and I do my bath at night. And that helps, so I have touchstone points for each part of the day. Because if I read the 2 in the morning and I don't do anything until night, I can be like a chicken with my head cut off until the night comes.
Yep. A
And
chicken
so
with your
I
head
need
cut
that.
off.
Yeah, I need that rebalancing. I need to get back into my center, back into the soul and out of ego. So I go there in a nanosecond.
Yeah. And it's so interesting. We have to rebalance. I invite all of you to just really get into your, whatever your intention work is, your affirmations, whatever it is, do it 4 or 5 times a day. If you have to, set an alarm. And after a while, it becomes a habit. Mm-hmm. And Asmita, when you were in the group before, I was so proud of you because just breathing, stopping and breathing. We think we don't have time, but when we take the time, our bodies thank us. And Christelle, congratulations for throwing out all of those medications. That's huge. And our ego is simply fear. When we're in our ego, we're in fear. Mm-hmm. And we don't even know it. Let me say that again. We don't even know it. We don't even know it. We just walk around with our ego thinking, plowing through, and it's a disguise, it's a mask for fear. So I love what I put together for you today. So those of you on the phone don't have this, but follow along and you'll get this sheet in the recap. So how do we stay in the miracle zone? We remember what we really want. Like for you, Jennifer, it might be, I want the house clean, I want plenty of time for me.
Yeah.
That's not really what you want.
Yeah.
There's stuff underneath that, but we can start with that.
Mm-hmm.
So you put on paper what your intention is. And we did that through the Post-its too. You know, or if we say we want a really great body, that's usually not what we really want. Maybe we want something deeper. What's something deeper that you might, anyone want to chime in, or the ladies here in person? Like if you think you want a great body, what could be something underneath that that really resonates, that would even make you feel better?
I want to feel
wanted to be
joy.
loved and admired.
Loved and admired. What did you say?
That I want to feel joy.
Joy. I love that. And that's a great one, because when we're in judgment and fear, there's no way we can feel joy. We block it. What about you, Jennifer?
Something came to mind and then it went out. But I was thinking of something. I'll get back to you
Yeah.
when I think of it.
So we put down what we really want, and this week I'd like you guys to do some digging to figure out what it is. You look at your Post-its and get what you want, and see if there's something deeper.
Yeah.
Just journal whatever you need to do around it. See if there's something deeper, because there probably is. So you set your intention, and what's fun, you can do your superficial intention, and then usually the deeper one comes out.
Okay.
So it's to stay in the miracle zone, 3 easy steps. Intention, you pay attention to it. So throughout the day, you remember what you really want, or you visualize attention and do it with ease, with no tension. And you can really get into that miracle zone. But in order to do this, you have to listen to your soul and notice where you put your energy. Like I said, all of you on the phone will get this, so you don't need to take notes or anything. This is a big one. You have to take responsibility for yourself. You have to be a victor and not a victim. So many of us, we blame, oh, it's my husband's fault. No, no, no. We have
We're
control.
doing it,
And
yeah.
it's amazing when you see yourself differently, your life changes. And live with an open heart. Like you feel yourself going into contraction, you open your heart. Like if you're in a sticky situation where you're in fear, breathe into your heart. Open your heart and see what happens. And then trust. I call it the universe. Maybe you call it something else. It's something, a universal force that is taking care of you, because we're not here alone. God, the universe, and say everything is working for my greatest good. It's about progress, not perfection, but every situation is working with perfection. So, doesn't that sound great? And that's what we want, but that's our ultimate goal, and we definitely will get to it. So did everyone, we kind of talked about our whys, like why you're here. I just, in every session going forward, I want to revisit that. So I want you to think of your why. You don't have to vocalize it. Or does anyone, has your why doesn't someone share on, has your why changed since you got in this group? Like, have you gotten through some of those things, and so now your why is different? Anyone want to share on your why? And you don't have to. Just think of, how about this? Think about your why. And I want you to close your eyes. We're going to meditate on your why for a moment. Just close your eyes and listen to what I have to say. In order to create what you want, you must change your mind and move into the now, the present. Take a deep breath in. In order to create what you want, you must change your mind and move into the now. Breathe in. You can't solve the same problem with the mind that created it. Breathe in. In order to work at solving these things called problems, you have to change your mind. It is your mind where they live. It is your mind that created them. So keep your eyes closed. This is a quote from Albert Einstein, if you can believe. And think how you might have created what's happened to you, but without judgment. This is a no judgment zone. The reason why we're thinking these things is because we want to see where we are and where we're at and how we can change them. So notice that statement that you tell yourself, what you created with your mind Slow down and get present. Trust any messages you're hearing. Just breathe in. Notice, focus on your breath for a moment. Breathe in. And ask yourself, ask your inner wisdom, what is it that I need to know? What's the new mind thinking that I have to create to get me to reach my goals? Breathe into that for a moment and see if anything comes up for you. Breathe in. Think of your limiting beliefs and how they keep you stuck. What's the new thought pattern that you can create for yourself that could be more empowering? What is it that you need to tell yourself each and every day throughout the day to help you reach your goals? And it's probably different for everyone. And we're just going to stay here for about 30 more seconds. Stay in that space. Listen to your body. Ask your beautiful body what she needs. What is it that's keeping you stuck? And what is it that you need to know? And for those of you on the phone, if you have pen and paper, great. I didn't prompt you with pen and paper. When we open our eyes, I'm going to have you write for about a minute with whatever came up. So breathe in. And if you don't have paper, grab some. And if that's not possible, just sit and remember. You all have your phones, make some notes maybe. Breathe in. What's coming up for you? What is it that your body needs to know? And how do you need to listen to your body? And go ahead and open your eyes when you're ready and write what came up for you. And if nothing came up, just write, nothing came up. What is it that I need to know? I'm going to just write for about a minute. You may discover something you didn't notice before. Notice the aha moments. What is it that you need to know? What's keeping you stuck? And what's the limiting belief? And what's the new thought pattern you need to invent for yourself? About 30 more seconds and wrap it up. You can finish these later if you need to. I'm going to stop the music. If I can. Great job, everyone. Oops. Quiet. All right. How do I stop this? Okay, got it. My phone is going a little crazy. Let me just see how I stop this. There. Oops. Oh, there. I think I got it. All right. Oops. Jennifer, hold my phone and see if you can figure out how to turn that off. Sorry about that, guys. So, were there any aha moments that anyone wants to share? Anything that came up in that writing exercise? Something your body needs to know? Was it difficult?
I was hoping more would come up,
Yeah.
like all
So,
the answers.
There could be a block, but
Yeah, I've had blocks, but I don't know why.
yeah, every time I hear you say, I don't
Yeah.
know why a lot,
Yeah.
I want you to replace it.
Okay. All right.
That can be your limiting belief
Yeah.
that you replace it.
Okay.
I am knowing why.
I know.
Say cancel that thought
Okay.
and say I know why and I'm ready to change it.
Okay. Cancel
I-
that thought. I know why, and I'm ready to change. it.
Right, write it down.
Okay.
Perfect. So we all know there is an undeniable mind-body connection. Our thoughts create so much that is going on in our body. And as we discussed before, when we are in fear, when we're moving with our ego, we clam up. Our bodies don't feel good. We overeat. It's based on the yin and the yang. You know, when we're expanded and we're more yin, you want to eat sweets. I'm sorry, it's the opposite. When you're more yang and you're just plowing through life and you're doing things mindlessly, that's yang. But when you're in yin, you feel so blissful and happy and content that you don't want to overeat. You don't want to eat the crap because you feel so good about yourself. So this connection, it speaks louder than our food, our exercise, and that connection is inside of you. So tonight we're going to do a powerful tool to bring your fears to love. So were any of you able to collect any fears this week? Did you notice any fears?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have your list? Well, go ahead and take a moment to write down some of your fears. What comes up for you when you think of fears? And for those of you on the phone, write down what your fears are. Tonight we're going to also learn how to have more joy in any situation. Just write down your fears. Truly to change, you have to change your perception. You know, we have been running a story for so long we become on autopilot. And it's actually hard to get out of that autopilot. So we have to recognize the behavior. For me, I had hypothyroidism because I was always under so much stress with my late husband, and I blamed it on him. But it was me, it was my perception. And after he died, I ran on that autopilot that I gotta get everything done, I gotta get it done, I gotta get it done right. But it'll cause countless health problems. So we don't want to stay there, right? So in the Louise Hay book, one of my favorites, it's called You Can Heal Your Life. She says hypothyroid was caused by always taking care of others, not taking care of myself. Sound familiar, right? And so the new limit thought pattern was, I create a new life with new rules that totally support me. And I sat there and 100 times a day, I would say I create a new life with new rules that totally support me. And things just gradually started changing. It wasn't anything that happened fast. So I want you to think, and you can either text me or email me with whatever's going on, or at our next session, I'll have the books. And you can, in this book, it's great. In the back, it says, what's the disease? It even has obesity. And then it says, what's the limiting belief? And what's the new thought pattern you need to create for it? And it works. It worked for me. I just always thought I couldn't have joy. I just had to take care. I had to run. So we have to stop running from fear. We have to, actually, we think we need to run from fear, but we don't. What we need to do is stop, feel the fear, and release it. We think it's this paper tiger. I used to have this dream. And in the dream, I would see villains and demons chasing me. And when I stopped and confronted them, they went away. I had it for years and years. So we have to stop running from fear. We have to go to the very core if we really want to be happy and joyful. Did you know that who believes that happiness is a choice? Yeah. Happiness is a choice. When it's really a skill. And to be happy 24/7, we have to choose differently. You know, it's about really being willing to outrun the fear. So you wrote down your fears. What's your story of fear? Like, what does it create for you? With all these fears, how does your body react? I want you just to think about that for a minute. How is it keeping you stuck in your behavior? What attitudes? And how are you running? We took a fear inventory. We wrote down our fears. We need to look at our fears and bring them to the light. The more you look at your fears, the more you can bring them to your light. So just look at the fears you wrote down. We're going to do a meditation to go deeper into the feelings, underneath. And oh my gosh, we all have fear-based stories. Mine is about money. It's silly. It's super silly. I have everything I need. But when I was a kid, we went bankrupt. The car got repossessed. We lost the big house on the hill, and we moved to an apartment with cockroaches, and my parents got a divorce. So my story is, you won't be able to hold on to all of this. And I mean, I have been able to hold on to it for 35 years. But still, those stories, they run in our heads, right? So what is the fear-based story in your head that is blocking you? And I want you to write, in what ways does this story hold you back? Think of your fear-based story. And in what ways does it hold you back? So go ahead and write that down. Think about how you develop the limiting belief and the fear-based story, and write it down. Just free write. Make it sloppy. Just free write. Get it out on the page. How does this story keep you stuck? How does this story keep you blocked? Make a list. Don't worry about imperfection. Just make a list. How does your fear keep you from living a full and authentic life? The life you want, the life you deserve. Free write. Free write. How does this fear keep you stuck? How does this fear, how is it not serving you? You have special talents. You're amazing. How do you judge your special talents and other people in this world? Maybe write about how you judge and compare yourself to others. What's happening in your life that you can't bring your special talents to the light? There's no overthinking, just write. It's radical honesty. Just write. Where does this fear keep you stuck? Where are you holding it? Where does it hold you back physically? Breathe into your body and notice where you manifest this fear. Where are you holding it in your body? Breathe into that space. And now I want you to write and describe it. Where is it in your body? Write and describe it. And I have more paper if you need it. Is it in your chest, your gut? Just describe it. How does it feel in your body? And take a moment to hold your hand on the place where you're feeling the fear. Notice where it's in your body. Hold your hand there. Start to feel it. Feel it. Feel it. And when the feelings get scary, just feel it in your body. Hold yourself there. Start to feel it. Own it. Hold it. Feel it. Take a deep breath in. Hold it and feel it. Whatever fears are coming up for you, feel them in your body. Feel them. Feel the fear. Feel it in your body. Feel it fully. With every breath, deepen the expression. Just feel it. Hold it. Feel it. Go deeper. Go deeper. Feel it. Deepen the feeling. Go deeper. This is a safe space. Feel the fear. Feel the fear. Let it come, gals. Open up even more. With every breath, deepen the feeling. Just feel the fear. Open up. You may feel like it's scary, like you can't go deeper. Open up even more. If you feel like emotional, let it out, let it out, let it out. This is a safe space. Go deeper. Open the feeling. Feel it. Feel the discomfort. Breathe into it. Feel it. I won't leave you here for too long. You're in a safe space. Get it all out. That fear, open your eyes and write. What does the fear look like? What does the fear look like? And if you need more paper, I have it at Smita. Okay. What does the fear look like? Describe it. Give it a color. Give it a name. Give it a voice. Feel that fear. Where's the place that it lives in your body? Where did it come from? Just write. Keep writing, get it all out onto the page. Get real. The more honest you are, the more real you are, the more you'll heal. Just keep writing. Get it all out. Keep writing. Let it all out. Talk to your fear. Ask it what it needs. Clarify the fear. What does she look like? What does she sound like? Just right. Yeah. Get it all out. This is beautiful. Just right. And start to wrap it up. And then hold your hand back on that space. If you're still writing, write, keep writing, get it all out. When you bring your hand back on that space, breathe into it. Feel the feeling. Feel the feeling. Feel free to keep writing. After you're done writing, hold your hand on that space. Feel the relief. Feel the release of getting it all out. Feel it. Feel it. Keep your eyes closed. Take one more deep breath in, into that feeling of fear. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then on the exhale, take a big deep breath in. I want you to take a cannonball breath out. Inhale, take a deep breath in, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, squeeze it, feel it tight, and cannonball breath. Take your hand off that place, rub your palms together, keep your eyes closed. One last time, hold that spot. And cannonball breath. Keeping your eyes closed, repeat out loud. Inner guide.
Inner guide.
I surrender this fear to you.
I surrender this fear to you.
Thank you for helping me
Thank you for helping me
reorganize this limiting belief
reorganize this limiting belief
and restore it back to love.
and restore it back to love.
I surrender.
I surrender.
Breathe in. Keeping your eyes closed, hold the vision in your mind of handing off the limiting belief in a golden ball of light, giving it to a higher power. See it dissipate. See it just disappear. It's melting. See it dissolve. We ask that this vision be recycled and reorganized. We ask that it be transformed. Transformed into a golden light. And I want you to repeat out loud, thank you, inner guide,
Thank you, inner guide,
for taking this fear from me
for taking this fear from me
and restoring it back to love.
and restoring it back to love.
Deep breath in. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Take one hand and place it on your upper forearm. The other hand on the opposite forearm, crossing your arms over. And give yourself a huge hug. Tell yourself you did really, really good. This is hard shit, okay? It's really hard stuff. You're safe. Keep hugging yourself. You're in your body. You're not that little girl anymore. You're an adult. You're right where you need to be. Nothing's happening to you now. Squeeze your arms a little more tightly. Love yourself. Squeeze your arms, keeping your eyes closed. Tell yourself, repeat it out loud, I love you.
I love you.
Feel light shining on that fear. Any remnants, let it dissipate. Hug yourself one more time. Give yourself tons and tons of love. Squeeze, release. Breathe in. And repeat back to me. I am safe.
I am safe.
I am held.
I am held.
I am surrounded by love.
I'm surrounded by love.
I am protected.
I'm protected.
Absolutely nothing can harm me.
Absolutely nothing can harm me.
I am well.
I am well.
I am loved.
I am loved.
Breathe in. Keeping your eyes closed, notice how the places we don't want to go reveal to us the light that we want to walk into. Just notice that. Wow. So you can open your eyes. Great job. You just took so much crap and you walked through it.
Yeah.
See how that opened it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for your willingness to go there, because this isn't an easy exercise. So I want to honor that and look at how we allowed ourselves to get real. How are you feeling now? Does anyone on the phone want to share? How are you feeling now? Honor your wounds. Your shadows make you feel whole. How are you feeling now?
Lighter.
Lighter. Beautiful. Better. What does better mean, Jennifer?
Just like maybe getting to know the why more and more clear.
Getting to know the why. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So I want you all to be grateful for the situations that make us feel uncomfortable. We so don't ever want to go there, but that's where the healing is.
Mm-hmm.
And when we can transform them from fear to love and realize that our wounds are our wisdom, that's the beauty of it. So I want you to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, our deepest pain empowers us to grow. So breathe into your body. Now you're going to be able to build on on rocks instead of sand. When we build on sand, it's a shaky foundation. And when we can build on rocks, you can heal your life. You know, it's really looking at that foundation you're in. So we're going to create a statement. It's your freedom from fear statement. This is where we start to turn a corner on fear, and we start to learn to live in that bliss zone. So I want you to write this down. Releasing the fear gives me the freedom to do what? For me, it was to live a complete whole life, have more intimacy with my husband, move forward with my business. I had a lot of fear around my business. What does releasing the fear mean for you? Releasing the fear gives me the freedom to maybe express yourself more fully, have more joy in your life. So this is the affirmation I want you to use. And this week I'm going to give you some play work. Anytime you feel fear in your body, witness your fears as you, and if you don't feel like there's any fears coming up, tell yourself, I'm willing to witness my fears. When you feel a fear, hold your hand wherever you feel it in your body, you breathe into your body, you witness the fear, you notice it. Because so often the ego will keep you out of fear. You're just plowing through it. I got this. But really there's a fear underneath. So stop, breathe into it, hold yourself, and sit there for 90 seconds. Release the fear like we did in that exercise. And then after 90 seconds, see that ball of light come in and bring it to love. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Any comments on that exercise? It's one of my favorites. I do it often. Anyone on the phone want to make a comment, or how did it work for you? What did you notice? We have a lot of quiet people today. Maybe you guys are on mute. So I have another, Marjorie, she's not here with us today, but she really wanted to do the fears exercise. Did you guys like it?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, and if you're really feeling fear and you're in a situation where, say, Marjorie's was the fear of planes and being on a plane, or mine is often before I go out for a speaking engagement, or I get out of my box, especially with marketing the new business, the new program. I often get into fear about that, and it keeps me stuck. And so often we can be in fear and we can procrastinate because we want to stay stuck because we're in fear. So, we're in such fear that we don't do anything and we can't make a decision.
Yeah.
And so we can't move forward, so we do nothing.
Yeah.
Or we don't know what's going on. We're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is a really easy thing to do. When you feel yourself in that fear, you count backwards from 5 to 1. So let's just do that right now. Pretend like you're in your fear. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now give yourself an anchor thought. Now, for flying, what you would do is you would see yourself at your destination, having a great time, having fun. For me, my speaking engagement, sometimes I needed that little boost before I got to speak. So I see myself on stage. I see myself delivering a great talk. And then at the end, I see myself feeling so good that I delivered it.
Yeah.
So you think of an anchor statement. You might want to write it down. What would your anchor statement be around your fear? So many people get in fear around intimacy. So when I used to do this a lot before I was married, I had to see myself with a man, because I had been in so many bad relationships, and I was afraid because my husband had died. I didn't want that to happen again. That I didn't want a man to go away, so it was easier just to not be with a man because I was afraid of that. So my anchor statement was about being with a new man and having a happy and healthy life. And that's about the time I met my husband. So write down your anchor statement. And do you guys know that fear is the same emotion in your body? Your body doesn't know the difference between fear and excitement. It's the same feeling. We just give it meaning because we give it the meaning, but it's the same feeling in our body. And so fear and excitement are the same. So you can tell yourself, I'm excited. I'm excited. And what will happen is the neurotransmitters will go, and you're going to have that feeling of excitement instead of the fear, and you're going to be able to move through your fears and do the assignment anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you guys this. This is the fear exercise. And everyone on the phone will get that as well. So, yeah. So I got some goodies for you, and unfortunately you guys on the phone can't enjoy these, but before we go into the goodies, let's talk a little bit about the 90-second exercise again, because I don't think I explained that. This is going to be your play work. When you feel a fear, your first thing you need to do is just slow down and get present. Slow down, get present. And ask yourself, and I have it all written down, it's me telling you, you don't have to write it down. Just get present. Start to trust your body. Know that your body's trying to protect you. It's coming from your ego or the amygdala, that lizard brain. It's saying, I'm afraid to get out of my comfort zone. But it's not real. It's so not real. It's easy to stay stuck. And this happens a lot when you're on a diet because the comfort zone is a place where it's safe. But it isn't real. Really, you'd be happier if you got healthy or released the weight, but we sabotage ourselves because we want to stay safe. So trust your body. Trust that that fear is coming up for a reason. Then figure out where the place is in your body that's keeping your fear in. Hold it for 90 seconds. Find out where it lives. And invite love. Feel the feeling, feel the feeling. And as the feeling dissipates, it'll go from a 10 to a 1 really quickly. Invite love into that space. Because I feel like there's only two emotions in this world, fear and love. And when we get out of our fears, we can have more joy, we can have more happiness. We can bring love into our lives. So just practice this exercise whenever you're feeling the fear. Can you give that to Esmita? I wrote it out for you, so you'll have it.
Very much.
Yes. So would anyone on the phone like to share your experience with that exercise? Were there any aha moments? Or did it seem like something that'll work for you?
I did not like it.
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't like the part of acknowledging the fear.
It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
Yeah.
And when you came out of it, you felt more relaxed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because the fear just hides inside our bodies. And it keeps you feeling crappy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So as hard as it is, I hated this exercise. But the more I do it, the easier it is to stay in that place of love and joy and happiness. Because we want to be happy. And when we have joy and happiness, our bodies heal, our hormones heal, everything just balances. So I hope it becomes something that you enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do it more and more, I have a meditation that I'll give you guys. you ladies, I have to stop saying that, you're not guys.
I see that.
Anyway, I have a meditation that does this in about 5 to 10 minutes. I can't remember how long it is, but I'll pull it out of the archives
Okay.
and I'll send it in the recap.
Okay, that-
And that way you can do it on your own and you don't have to follow a sheet. You can just close your eyes and try it on,
Yeah.
especially when the fears come up. Really bring your fears to love. Thank you for being so candid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the help.
Yes. So I'm going to show you some treats I found today at Sprouts. And I was really surprised because I didn't think, these are Primal Kitchen treats. And this is called coconut lime. I haven't tasted it. So you guys will have to be my taste testers. And I'll take pictures for everyone on the phone because I always tell all of you not to eat protein bars. And I think you may have read the sheet, the handout I made about shakes, protein shakes, how they're really not good for us. I did that for Kristen. So every now and then, if you need a protein shake, you need a protein shake, but not every day. They're just too denatured. They're too processed. But these are actually, the ingredients were really clean. So I'll pass these around. Try them if you want. Taste them. Just keep the wrapper intact so I can take pictures and send them with a recap. And this is a peanut butter one. That was a coconut ice. Oh, okay. There you go. Tell me what you think. And then this, and then they have an almond spice as well. They're Primal Kitchen, but the ingredients are super clean. So these are something you could eat on a regular basis. I wouldn't say every day, but like this one has almonds, coconut oil. It has some tapioca flour, eggs, flaxseed honey, water, cinnamon. But you can carry these with you. You know, you need a little boost, you need a little pick-me-up. Yeah. And then this one's another one. It's called Raw Rev Glow. So I'll send these out with a recap, and you guys can try. You wonderful, lovely ladies can try those. Yeah. Are they good? I haven't tried them, but I thought I'd let you try it. Let you be my guinea pigs.
I just tried it by the peanut butter. There's, yeah, do you want some?
Oh, I'll try one.
The lime. This is
But
the
I'll
lime.
try. I'll put mine right here.
And then there's a little
Yeah.
peanut butter left.
Oh, good, thanks. So, we're almost finished. How's everyone feeling? Was tonight good for you? What were your,
Sorry, here's the
what
almond.
are your takeaways from this exercise? And Patricia, how did you like it?
Well, you know, I kind of agree with the other lady that it's not fun. I think for me that, I don't know if that's, I'm paraphrasing, but for me, I wasn't necessarily prepared to go deep. And so I'm really good at like being superficial or skimming the surface.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think I'd like to, I'm not sure if I really got at it, at the
Got
fear and what it is. And so I need to keep doing this just to see if what's really underneath there, right? So, because, I mean, I tapped into a couple things that were surprising, but I'd like to really, I don't know, yeah, I've got this wall, I can see it, it's right there, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'll dip into that, but I don't need to go full bore, So I can see what I'm doing, you know what I mean?
And awareness is power. You can see what you're doing, so that's great. But we all have these walls, and when we bust through our blocks and through the walls, it's funny. Not only do we find more joy and happiness, but hormone problems go away. Menopause is a mini pause to really look at our life and live the next 50 years in happiness and joy. So it's a natural progression. We're not supposed to be having the symptoms that you're having. Your body's giving you a little message. It's saying, wake up, I'm here. Something needs to change. And so when we listen to that call, you can really change your life. So thank you for your share. And, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say my OBGYN today said you can't balance your hormones.
Really?
I I left so defeated, so I'm glad to reconnect.
Yeah, so just keep calling me because you can. Stay in touch, my friend. Does anyone else have any questions? So remember your play work. Your play work is to feel the fear, recognize the fear, be willing to witness your fears, hold the spot 90 seconds, feel the fear, even if it sucks, and then bring it to love. Bring it to love. And see how much better you feel. And really get into that. And you'll see huge progress. And let us know on the GroupMe. Just communicate with us, because that's part of the juicy and delicious part of all of this. So thank you. Another great session. Really, really love it. Next week is our third week in the series. We're going to be talking about hormones and really looking at what we can do to heal our hormones naturally with not only foods, with essential oils. So everyone, if you're feeling like you're not staying on the delicious detox, or you're not eating as clean as you'd like, get back on track. And if you need help with that, reach out. Reach out with messages on the GroupMe, get an accountability partner. Again, I love you all. I'm so glad you're here. And until next week, thanks. We'll see you on the GroupMe. Yeah. Bye. Bye, Patricia.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Funny because I love peanut butter flavored things, and it's the one I don't like the most. I like the least. But the coconut lime one was really good.
I'm gonna try it right now.
That was really good. Like I would get that one.
The texture didn't work for me.
Yeah, it was an interesting texture,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But
Okay, I'll try it.
It's weird.
I made one bar recipe at home.
Mhm.
It's on Epicurious. It's a seed bar.
Oh, yeah.
They turned out really good. It was just a bunch of like pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, and oats. And you mix that with maple syrup and almond butter. Or they had sunflower butter on it because I think they were trying to make it nut free.
Okay.
But it turns out really great. Really great. It kind of tastes
Can you
like
send me the link
uh,
and I'll share it?
yeah.
That sounds really good. So part of balancing your hormones naturally is, I don't need to look at myself anymore. But part of balancing your hormones naturally is, it's a seed rotation that I'm going to tell you guys about. And maybe some of you have gotten it, but it's the seed rotation, and it's all those seeds. And we'll talk about how some of the seeds encourage progesterone, and some of them encourage estrogen. So you take them at different times.
Not all together.
Yeah, well, it's
Or
like
is
at
it
the
okay?
beginning of your period, you can take them all together, but at the beginning of your period, you beef up on some more than others,
Yeah.
flax and sunflower, and then, and even if you're not having
Yeah, if you're not
periods,
having your period anymore.
you do it according to the moon cycles.
Oh wow. Okay.
But it really can change the way you feel.
Oh cool.
So you'll learn about all the foods and all the everything you can do to balance your hormones naturally. I'm going to send out the hormone quiz that you took originally, and we're going to compare it with your old numbers to your new numbers. And for someone like you that's just back in it, you'll have a baseline.
Okay.
And so it's such a great quiz to take, because you can take it and then you have something to look at a month later or 2 months later. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So I've been reading about sprouting these seeds before eating. Is that really true? Because they say that these seeds are in a protective shell and you can't get the nutrients if you are not sprouting them.
Well, you can get some nutrients,
Right.
but I love to sprout my seeds, and I soak my nets overnight. I don't ever tell you guys to do it because it's so extreme.
No, I know it. So
Yeah, oh, good. Are you doing it?
I started to because
Fabulous.
because when I read that, I thought, oh, I'm not getting the full nutrients, and there's something in there which is stopping the nutrients.
Yeah, what it's called is phytic acid.
Uh-huh,
So
yeah,
the
that's,
phytic acid is a protective coating to keep pests out,
uh-huh,
and so it's really good. And nuts are so hard to digest, so if you're having digestive issues, and you don't want to buy like dry roasted nuts,
Yeah.
mhm.
and you want to buy raw nuts and then soak them. But I like mine crunchy, so I soak them and then I put them on parchment paper in the oven and
Yeah.
put some salt on them.
You should put like at the bottom of a recipe that you do something like that with a little note. Like you could, if you wanted to.
Oh, that's
take
a
the
good
extra
idea.
step, just so
Mhm.
we know, because a lot of times, like when that lentil recipe you gave us recently, we had a dinner two or three times.
Mhm.
And it was a lentil, and it was so good. And then, but then I didn't know if I'm supposed to soak them overnight.
Oh.
I never used lentils, so like, do I do anything with the
You don't
dried
need
lentils?
to.
You can just put them right in
But
this.
they're better if you soak them.
Okay.
Because all
Just in water
beans,
overnight.
all legumes have the phytic acid.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
All right. So nuts and legumes.
So just soaking is enough, or do you have to sprout them?
Sprouting is even better. And I love, like, I'll show you what I use. I have my broccoli sprouter. Where is it? Oh, maybe my son took it. Oh, no, there it is. So I often sprout broccoli sprouts,
Mhm.
and this has just a cover on it, and I just, every day just rinse them. I use like bean sprouts, broccoli sprouts, you just get seeds.
Mhm.
And then sprouts are so good for you. And the reason why sprouts are great for you is because they have enzymes, so they help you to digest.
So you,
Do you wanna
where
see
do you
that?
buy the seeds? You just buy
Amazon.
broccoli seeds?
I do, but I buy
I did
I
that.
buy
Like the kind you
organic.
plant?
What?
The kind you just plant in the ground?
But I buy the organic
You need to
seeds,
see this? Okay.
and then I sprout them in here.
Oh.
And they have like on Amazon. This is the only one I have, okay?
Yeah.
But on Amazon they have a whole little shelf,
Uh-huh.
and you can put these on it and put a little tray underneath for the water, and you can get a big
Okay.
production. But sprouts, sometimes I just buy sprouts. Sprouts has a lot of sprouts. I've served them here. But
I know, I never know. I see those sprouts and
Mhm.
I'm like, I know that they're healthy, but I never know which one to get. There's so many different ones now, like, you know,
so try them.
bean sprouts and pea sprouts.
Where,
and
when you go to where
I go to Sprouts sometimes or
Mhm.
Whole Foods or wherever.
so start trying different ones
Okay.
and take a mental note of which ones you like
Alright,
the best.
They're
so
all
good
pretty
for you.
Okay.
I used to eat sprouts every day, but I just you get out
You
of the
get out of
habit.
things,
Mhm.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's almost like your body needs it for a while, and then after a while, it's like, okay, you
Yeah.
don't crave it anymore.
I now that I'm in this hormonal thing, I stopped
Mhm.
having periods about 8 months ago, and I'll be 58 tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday! I didn't know
But there's a
that.
more important birthday.
Aw,
Friday is my more important birthday. Friday I have 15 years of sobriety. So
wow.
my belly birthday gets a little. It's just diluted a little because the other one's so important, but it's still important. So thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just what was I saying? Oh, now that I'm in this hormonal thing,
Yeah.
I'm really trying not to eat anything raw. Everything's cooked. Everything's cooked. So.
Mm, okay.
Because what the Chinese medicine doctor was telling me is that I had too much wet, too much damp, too much yin, and so I didn't. As I stopped doing raw vegetables, I felt a lot better. So you just have to listen to your body.
Yeah, that happens to me too.
Really?
I can't eat raw vegetables.
Wow.
And I can't eat vegetables like a lot without some kind of a green. Otherwise,
Oh,
I get very
interesting.
gassy. So if I am eating like oven roasted vegetables, I have to put like a quarter cup quinoa or a quarter cup rice to help me digest it for some reason.
Mm.
I don't know what it is.
Well, what that can be is that your gut just isn't digesting properly. So
Yeah.
some digestive enzymes or some sprouts would be great for you.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I feel like my stomach is just kind of being gnawed on the inside if I don't
Like
have the
crampy and
starch.
stuff.
That's
It's
great
not
that you
crampy,
know.
It just feels like it's overworked
Mhm.
instead of just
Very
me
nasty.
getting nutrition out of it. I don't know.
And then if you give it a grain with it, then you're fine.
It is fine. I literally need a quarter cup, but that much grain helps me digest the vegetables.
That's
It's
terrific.
good that you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I give up the vegetables and I just go to eating only rice
Yeah.
or bread because I'm feeling so miserable in my stomach.
Makes sense. So that's a great example of listening to your body. Yeah, really good. And yeah, and you're eating healthy. You're eating whole real foods. So
Yeah.
are you back on track?
I am,
Uh-huh.
but it's the stress and the limiting beliefs I feel that hold me back now.
Mm.
I mean, at least I'm at that realization now.
Yeah, totally.
It's not only the food, it's a lot to do with my brain
The
as
mind,
well.
huh?
Yeah.
So much to do with our brain, and we so often don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, great job tonight, ladies.